Hi everyone, I'm Christina Nichols and welcome to Eye on Hawaiian Gardens, our monthly show on events and programs in the city. On today's show, we will take a look at the State of the City program. But up first, even as summer is over, pesky mosquitoes are still with us. Hawaiian Gardens hosted an event to educate residents about the dangers of mosquito bites and how to take precautions to stay safe.
Today we are kicking off our door-to-door campaign to let our community know that it's more than just a bite. We're working together with LA County Department of Public Health and the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control and each one of you to get the word out to our neighbors that while mosquitoes can spread serious disease, we can prevent the mosquito bite.
Mosquitoes carry disease and we can prevent the mosquito bite. And that's what this plan is all about. We're going to go door to door in Hawaiian Gardens and tell people simple, effective truths that can prevent the spreading of mosquitoes. If we could prevent mosquitoes from spreading, then we could prevent the bite.
My name's Kelly Middleton. I'm Director of Community Affairs for the Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District. And today we're here to talk about mosquitoes and the problems that we're having with mosquitoes in Hawaiian Gardens and throughout LA County, actually. So we have two concerns really, West Nile virus, and we have a new invasive mosquito that's a very aggressive day-biting species that a lot of residents are dealing with now. So we're working with the county to help spread the information and with the city to the residents to help educate them on what they can do to remove the risks, decrease the biting pressure of these mosquitoes, and really what to look for. A lot of people don't quite know what to look for when it comes to mosquitoes.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ferrer. I'm the director of the county's Department of Public Health. And thrilled to be here today, obviously, with the mayor. We're organizing an attempt to really make sure that folks who live in this area are aware of the risks of mosquito-borne illness. So we started this last week when we were delivering important information to lots of different venues, schools, churches, daycare centers, senior centers, asking them to help us get the word out about the dangers of mosquito bites. I think many people think they're just a nuisance. We know that in fact they can cause some very serious illness, including Zika virus can be transmitted through mosquitoes and West Nile virus can be transmitted through mosquitoes. For West Nile virus, unfortunately, some people, particularly those who are elderly or have compromised immune systems, it can actually be deadly. And we've already seen 10 deaths in LA County this year. For Zika virus, the good news is that many people who contract the Zika virus don't even get sick. The horrible news is that it causes devastating birth defects for a developing fetus. So for pregnant women, it can be a horrible exposure.
We have a lot of our common problem sites that we find in people's yards. For example, the saucers under the potted plants, and there's a big trash can back there that if you look closely with a flashlight, there's a whole line of mosquito eggs attached to the side of that trash can. So this was in somebody's yard. It was filled up with water. These new day-biting mosquitoes lay eggs on the sides of containers like that are filled up with water. And the challenge is that those eggs can remain alive for years, even dry. So if people have a mosquito problem and just dump out the water, that solves your immediate problem, but it doesn't get rid of the eggs. So now, instead of just dumping out water, you have to actually get rid of the containers that have eggs on them as well. So the best really line of defense against these mosquitoes is to get rid of yard clutter. Get rid of anything that has had water in the past, like old buckets and old trash cans. Seal things up really well, and really you just got to break the life cycle by getting rid of the problem.
Muchas gracias. Le queremos dar primero gracias al Departamento de Salud Público y al Departamento de Vector que se encarga de echar medicina para los zancudos o mosquitos, como quieran decirle. Es muy importante de que miren este mosquito que carga enfermedades de West Nile y de Zika. Y pues también los mosquitos que hemos tenido todo el tiempo, pero este mosquito es nuevo. Y este mosquito sale todo el día, muerde todo el día, pica todo el día. Y el que tenemos nosotros, esos salen nomás en la tarde, cuando ya se empieza a oscurecer. Pero hemos tenido 23 casos de enfermedad de West Nile, que carga también el mosquito de nosotros, el que tenemos aquí y el nuevo, y 2 muertos. Y hasta ahorita nomás no hemos tenido ningún caso de Zika todavía en el condado de Los Ángeles. Pero es muy importante que ustedes hagan su trabajo de no tener agua así nomás en macetas, en llantas, que todo el tiempo, fíjense que no tenga agua así nomás de días, porque ahí es donde sale el mosquito. Y ahorita aquí, ahora que es sábado, van a ir voluntarios por las casas de nuestras vecindades a darles más información a cómo cuidarse de las enfermedades de mosquitos. Y es muy importante que ustedes se cuiden, especialmente la gente de segunda edad o la mayor, que es más trabajoso es más, tiene más peligro de agarrar estas enfermedades que trae este mosquito. Y pues muchas gracias. Y cuando vayan los voluntarios, no nomás ahora, pero en el futuro, y si quieren agarrar más información, vengan aquí a la ciudad. Tenemos muchos papeles en español también, si quieren agarrar más información. Muchas gracias.
Today we're actually going door to door in a couple of the neighborhoods here in Hawaiian Gardens. We have trained staff who will be delivering packets of information. Where residents are home, they'll be talking with residents, just giving them some basic information of how to protect themselves from mosquito-borne illness. You know, that includes using repellent and wearing long sleeves if you're going to be outside, particularly at dawn and dusk. But it also, we ask residents to take a look around their yards and make sure that they're not unintentionally breeding mosquitoes.
Zika virus and West Nile. We're concerned because Zika virus, if pregnant females get Zika virus, then it infects their newborn baby. The baby comes out with deformities. So we're trying to prevent Zika virus from even coming here. And so we're reaching out to the public to let them know there are ways that they can help prevent this. Like if you guys have containers that can catch standing water in your yard, we're just encouraging you to just dump those containers out or just kind of get rid of them. Today with Public Health, we're going out to the community of Hawaiian Gardens and we are teaching the community how to prevent themselves from getting bit by mosquitoes. We're also teaching them ways that they can, what they can do to prevent mosquitoes from breeding in their houses. And we're getting a lot of good feedback, really good, they're really receptive to what we're saying. They're taking the time to come out and listen to us.
House, you know how you try to regrow it, plant without just the water, with just the root.
Still water.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because they said those are, even if it's in your house.
Even in the house.
Even
Yeah.
in
Really?
the house. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We grew up with that. Put the plant in the water and then it roots out. Get rid of it because they're breeding inside of there. So yeah, it's a real serious thing.
We're on the street called Arlene, and we have crews throughout the neighborhood, and we've learned information, and all we're doing is passing that information on, teaching people to not have stagnated water. It just takes 7 days for mosquitoes to breed, to lay their eggs, for that little tadpole to swim around, and within 7 days, they'll be flying and biting. So what we're doing is just preventing any infestation in your yard. Every home has a mission. Dump your water out. No stagnated water in all your pots and plants. Just moisten the dirt. Do not let it puddle.
I think it's great. Because this is needed, really. It really is.
Tell us, what did you learn today talking to the mayor and the group?
How to take care of it, how to take care of mosquitoes, make sure there's no water, or anything, that they can live in. And I'm very pleased.
So tell us, how do you feel about this program from the city?
Oh, it's the first I heard of it, so it's pretty cool. I never knew about it.
So what are you learning?
Learn about mosquitoes. Be safe.
And are you learning how to prevent?
Yes, they give me a package here to read on, so I'll read on it. And
So this is the mayor. What do you want to tell him?
good job.
Thank you very much. I tell you, we're looking out for the city.
As we head towards cooler weather and the rainy season, remember to keep vigilant in the fight against mosquitoes. Their eggs can survive for years, and water is crucial to their development. As we saw, Mayor Trimble took to the streets to inform residents in person about the mosquito problem. Now, in efforts to keep residents informed about Hawaiian Gardens, the mayor and city government participated in the annual State of the City event. This program was reinstated 3 years ago by Mayor Barry Bruce and is an opportunity for the city to bring residents up to date on what their government is working on. Here's a look back at last year's accomplishments in the city.
I'm going to tell you about the greatest accomplishments that I feel the council has done in this past year. And the first thing is we got a new city manager who's knowledgeable in every department that we have. And along with him, he works real close with our new city attorney who's knowledgeable on casino affairs and union affairs. We have a new HR director that's very knowledgeable in state laws that concern our employees. And we have a new executive secretary that reminds us of our meetings, and she just is on every council and shows us a lot of respect, and we're thankful for that.
Moving forward to me means many things, but what it really highlights is how as a city council we're coming together to really execute. Just recently we passed a 2-year budget, which we're all very proud of.
I believe through the City Council's leadership, a focused, accountable, and dedicated staff, and working with our community partners, we can all work as a team to improve the overall quality of life in the city.
The Department of Public Works is dedicated to the ongoing preservation and maintenance of the city's right-of-ways, streets, parks, and facilities. This is achieved through programs such as the Community Block Cleanup, where 40-yard bins are placed on the residential streets so city residents can dispose of large items for free.
Our major accomplishments this year, in my view, are the city cleanups. My priority is the resident concerns, and so if our streets are clean, if the refuse is cleared, such as mattresses, sofas that we often see in our city are cleared out, I believe that the residents' needs are being met.
Additionally, the Graffiti Hotline program provides means for the abatement of graffiti throughout the city, which includes streets, sidewalks, parks, alleys, and public structures. With the landscaping of parks, medians, and public right-of-ways, street sweeping, and minor road repairs, pedestrians and motorists are able to commute throughout the city with ease in an aesthetically pleasing environment. You will often see Public Works in the field carrying out assignments, assisting with setups and support for special events, responding to urgent matters, and addressing reported concerns.
The Community Development Department is responsible for the physical development of the city. We basically review all private and public projects through our various divisions: planning, building, housing, and engineering.
We have fixed many of our streets with new slurry sealing. We have constructed bus terminals here.
In doing so, we've also upgraded sidewalks and upgraded handicap ramps at various locations. But if I was to describe one unique program that stands out in our community, is that we offer a very generous commercial sign program that targets small businesses and offers them a reduction of 75% of the cost of the sign, or improvements up to $5,000.
I am so grateful for my fellow council members who have joined me in investing in our city's beautification program. You see the before and after pictures of the amazing changes that are happening to many of our residents, houses that are being improved, fences that are being upgraded. And so I would love that we can continue that program that we've had for the past 3 years.
Another one of our major projects is getting together with the Hawaiian Gardens Casino to move forward so that, of course, the more finances they get, the more we get. So that's very important for us to work with the casino.
We've also gotten other businesses to remodel or refurbish existing establishments. For example, McDonald's did a complete remodel of the existing facility. The food bank bought a piece of property and renovated a building that had been vacant for so many years. The storage facility next to the fire department also remodeled their facility. We have a new tenant, Wingstop. Hawaiian Gardens is a business-friendly city. We have a community development department where you can just come to the counter and obtain a business license, get your various entitlements and permits, and go on your way out.
The Human Services Department takes great pride in providing quality recreation and social services to the community. Programs are available to residents of all ages, from youth to adults and seniors. Services such as transportation, where we transport resident seniors to excursions, daily errands, and appointments. We also provide transportation to youth for sporting events and excursions. Our senior activities consist of celebrations, special interest classes, and a daily lunch program. We have beautiful parks and facilities where we host special events, sports, and various recreational activities. Our special interest classes have grown to include Zumba, yoga, karate, ballet folklorico, computers, and theater arts. The Social Services Division provides resources, programs, and information, as well as an alternative to gang membership program. We provide youth, mini, and adult sports such as flag football, volleyball, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, and track. Our department's most visible service are the numerous special events the city hosts. Events like the Parade and Carnival, Independence Day, the Scholarship Program, Miss Hawaiian Gardens, Student Government Day, and the Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
We continue to make great strides in meeting our motto, Our Youth, Our Future. I am very proud of our students at all of our local schools that have demonstrated our investment in their achievements at the state level, at the local level, competing with other district students and being recognized for them.
The Public Safety Department is committed to developing and managing programs that enhance safety in our community.
We have accomplished the grand opening of the Safety Center, which we had a nice audience there.
Our friendly staff and sheriff's deputies are available at the Safety Center to meet with residents and businesses about law enforcement concerns. This year, our neighborhood safety group has grown in membership and continues to meet monthly to promote education and crime prevention.
I am glad that as a council we continue to work with our law enforcement to continue bettering our city and the safety of our residents, where we have our partnership with our community events, where children are able to get on helicopters, pet police dogs, get on police vehicles, and also that our residents are able to continue to contact our law enforcement.
Public safety education is promoted throughout the year with special events that engage our community. Hundreds of residents joined in for this year's National Night Out celebration by participating in a community parade from City Hall, ending at Clarkdale Park with a block party and barbecue.
What I call moving forward together is our city's progress due to the hard work and the combined efforts of people who care. It's been my privilege to participate with those people, both from within and without our community, to make Hawaiian Gardens a better place to live and to raise our families. Many things have changed for the good because people have stood up and worked together for those changes. Our city's spending, government transparency, law enforcement, the gang injunction removal process, the establishment of the mayor's prayer breakfast, and even the state of the city. And then the Homeless Coalition, just to name a few. The Homeless Coalition is a great focus to make my point of moving forward together. Jesse was a homeless alcoholic in our city for 15 years, but because of the combined efforts of the coalition and God's intervention in Jesse's life, he is now a new man. He's no longer on the streets, but in a home. He has been clean and sober for over a year. He is actively involved in help groups and receiving counseling. He is also involved in a local church, and in his own words, he is rediscovering himself and his worth more and more every day. That is moving forward together, and together we can make a difference in people's lives and in the life of our city.
I'm very proud of our city council. We are 5 elected officials elected by our city residents. We all have 5 very different personalities, but one thing that brings us together are important city concerns. When the city needs a decision, we come together as a group and we make that decision. And we have accomplished a lot since we've been together, and there's much more to come. And I'm excited to what's about to happen.
In addition to the video highlighting city accomplishments, other organizations crucial to the success of our city and residents took part in the State of the City program. Here is a look at the event.
So you are honorable guests today. It's my pleasure to greet you today on behalf of the City Council and our city staff. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you and welcome to our State of the City address.
I'd like to begin with a little bit of Psalm 127. Unless the Lord build the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guard the city, in vain does the guard keep vigil. In vain for you is to rise early or put off your rest, you that eat hard-earned bread, for he gives to his beloved in sleep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, city, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
We have a collaboration with this city that is unlike any other collaboration we have in our school district. This city, this council, these residents, our community partners, whether they live in the city or not, come to the help and the aid of our schools. They encourage our schools. I can tell you that not only is there a change, but there's a transformation.
We always think that ABC Unified School District is not just a series or set of schools that are just in the city. We're really of the city. And that's why I love the theme this morning of moving forward together, because I think that, as President Apodaca just said, we have been moving forward together for a number of years, and I think that it has benefited the students and their families in ABC.
For many decades now, the fire department has been a contractor to the city of Hawaiian Gardens, and I think we've demonstrated over that period of time that that partnership really works. The city is constantly involving us in all kinds of programs, and the members at Fire Station 34 are very proactive with many of those engagements, so to speak, and sometimes they tell us, the management, about what's going on in the city before we even find out about it. So that's not the case at every single fire station. I think that shows that collaborative effort between the city and the fire station. They're really entwined in what we're doing together.
The City Council at Hawaiian Gardens provide us with sufficient amount of patrol deputies. Our patrol deputies are the ones who answer your calls for service. They're the ones who unfortunately cite us periodically. They also take bad guys to jail. Crime statistics go back and forth. Good news, bad news, I can tell you that overall, over the past 15 years, it's been nothing short of a miracle what has occurred in Hawaiian Gardens. The crime rate has greatly decreased, and things at this point have never been better here in Hawaiian Gardens.
And as we move forward, we're discovering new ways to make our community a safer place and a higher quality of life for our residents. Now I want to spend some time to talk about how the City Council and I are coming together to make the entire city a better place. A very basic but important way we're going to do this is by adopting a balanced and fiscally responsible budget. The City Council continuously makes efforts to improve our relationship and our service that we receive from our Sheriff's Department. The city is committed to maintaining our infrastructure. The city has invested more money into our streets and sidewalks, combined with our county and state finances. And with this additional funding from our county and state programs, you will see great improvements in our streets, sidewalks, signage, and our lights. This upcoming year, we will begin the process of improving and beautifying our parks. We added more community block cleanups. This is a very successful program that allows our community to clean up and be responsible for their own yards. We are in an interview process to select a city of commerce. The goal is to partner with our businesses and provide them with opportunities and resources for success. We just began negotiations to partner with Bill Cinco from the Community Family Guidance Center. They will provide much needed psychiatric service for our community's youth and their family. Finally, we are proud to welcome the new ownership and management team of our former Hawaiian Gardens Hospital. We want to provide programs and projects that preserve our neighborhood and enhance the quality of life for the residents and businesses of our community. We committed resources to give our businesses and nonprofits the opportunity to improve the look and marketability of their business. Next, we'll see big improvement for our residents and the business community. The Carson Street Rehab Project that is currently under construction will rebrand the boulevard and give it a whole new look. Other projects that are currently under design are the Clarkdale Park Remodelization Project and the related splash pad improvements. Some other notable programs we have for our community that we'd like to promote is the Residential Rehab Program, which allows low-income residents to apply for grants to repair deteriorated roofs, stucco, window, fencing, and landscaping. But there's still work to be done, so the City Council and I will continue to fight for our residents and speak with whomever and go to wherever we have to do so.
As you can see, Hawaiian Gardens really is moving forward together. Much has been accomplished, but there is so much more that is still being planned for the future. The full video of the State of the City program is available on our YouTube channel. Please view it to see the full reports from the ABC School District, the Fire and Sheriff Departments, and Mayor Hank Trimble. And that brings us to the end of today's program. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and we invite you to please join us again next time for Eye on Hawaiian Gardens. Until then, I'm Christina Nichols. Take care.